Just gonna give you guys a moment. Just a moment. Where is my... I'm setting something up, guys. All right. Good evening and welcome to the Bear Cave. I'm Teddy, and you are listening to Night Talk. So come on in, grab a glass of wine, and you are probably wondering what this photograph is all about. It comes from part 3 when King World was doing his series. And so this afternoon, I get, something that comes up in my feed, a notice, a post. hmm Some of you may already have heard. When I was watching this video, King World kept saying, you know, um, take a screenshot. That's what he kept saying. He said it in part 1, part 2, all the parts. Screenshot. Mhm. And when I saw the post this afternoon, I know I was not half as stunned as he was. To find out that his channel, this one, his backup channel that he was just speaking about, that had his series, that had all of those videos, was removed. I think he made like parts 1 through 4. I don't think he made a part 5. Everybody knows that I'm not playing when it comes to finding out the truth of who Danny Robertson is. I'm not playing at all. And when he first put up number 1, I watched that. I watched most of 2, and I recorded part 3. Okay. And I downloaded part 1. So I have part 1 that I thought I'd go through and review on my time and listen carefully. That's what I said I would do. Mhm. Go ahead and hit the like button. This person, whoever she is, she needs to be found. And I know King World, he was posting, receipts and his theory and, things that he was showing. And as it went along, I began to say, all right, I didn't think about that, or, I'll listen and see. Right. Mm-hmm. I've been through it. I've been through it. And this is the only way she knows how to win. And for Danny Robertson, it's only about winning. Only. She doesn't care about anyone else, in my opinion, but winning for herself. And no matter what it takes, and I've said this time after time after time, all she cares about is winning. And she doesn't like if anyone is attempting to tell their story or give commentary, anything that she thinks, any person that she perceives that will stand up to her, who is not afraid of her. I don't agree with everything that I hear from everyone. I'm over here on my channel thinking about what I need to do before April the 10th. I am still trying to get Danny Robertson served properly so that the judge will move my case forward that I've filed. So I'm not sitting on my hands and I'm not playing at all. And when information is discussed, I want to hear it and process it for myself. Right? I do. But I think this is outrageous that someone who is anonymous can continue to get away with what she has a firm history of doing. Mhm. Fair use commentary. Just a moment.
That's what you pressed about. That I don't give a fuck. Trees don't give a fuck. No. And I told you from the beginning when it comes down to motherfucker talking that shit anyway. I just get to convince the airing your ass the fuck out. And see, Danny was threatening y'all. Danny was feeling some kind of way once that we contacted Mom Dukes. When we contacted Mom Dukes, it was a wrap. You hear me? Yeah. And see, her mom's low key had called her when I when the moms returned my call. Yeah, see, she was doing three-way with the robot. So the robot heard me. So the mother didn't have any intentions whatsoever of returning my call. But that's cool, because we're gonna have a blow up. We're gonna have a blow up during one of my live streams, and we definitely gonna get at the mom. So don't worry about that. I'll release the information, possibly probably in like part 4 or whatever, because if you're just new to the channel, the backup channel for what we're talking about today, just notice without a shadow of a doubt, that we gonna keep on fucking up Danny Robinson. Okay?
So, last night I began talking about these statements that were made in my chat on IG when Lenora stopped by. And what I did is I took each statement and I allowed AI to break down, to start to break down the meaning of each statement. So if you were with me last night, you heard these. Okay, the volume is extremely low. All right, I turned it way down. Can you hear me? Hold on. Is that better? So if you missed it, um, there are a total of 32 statements. Okay. And we are on number 16. So you hear me fine. Good. I'm not too loud in the music. I don't want these headphones necessarily on. Let's see. Let me turn it way down. Okay. All right. So let's just continue so we can get through these statements. And if you missed it, take a look at last night's video. All right. So, number 16, she said, truth for you is stranger than fiction. Again, these comments were directed at me. All right. And the response and analysis that came from AI, see, this time I have this, that it's a vague statement meant to discredit your perspective. Meant to discredit your perspective. It is vague. Truth for you is stranger than fiction. What truth? What truth was she talking about? What truth had she uncovered or mentioned? You can email me at unwinewithteddy@gmail.com. Okay. The next one, 17, says, what a joke you are. Everything was exclamation mark. Some things were bolded. What a joke you are. By the way, this was the video from December the 10th, 2023. And that live was struck, or that broadcast was struck while I was live. And coincidentally, just in the last week, another video was struck when I was reviewing a portion of that live. Mhm. Same person struck the video. Mhm. So the response or the analysis, what a joke you are. Let's see what's behind this. Direct insult without any constructive argument. So, again, all of these statements, you can see this is not my direct interpretation. I'm giving my opinion, and these statements, I had them processed by AI, for analysis, the meaning of the statement. All right. Let's go to the next one. 18. How dare you question my upbringing? My parents and grandparents were excellent. Again, the response is defensive response implying, or analysis is defensive response implying personal offense rather than addressing the issue at hand. Defensive. Number 19. I don't need your promotion. This remark is considered a reiteration of dismissing perceived relevance of discussion. Just dismissive. 20. I truly don't need your advice. Response and analysis points to, again, tries to shut down the conversation while still engaging. Interesting. Let me remove my banner here at the bottom. Oh. This one, number 21. I read you in shorthand and put your dusty asset back on the shelf. Yes, I am intuitive. Yes, I am intuitive. Analysis says uses belittling language and reaffirms her self-proclaimed intuitive abilities. Now let me pause and read some of your comments. Baby Juju says, family affair. Family affair. You'll see there's a comment about family and the analysis of that statement coming up. All right, let's do this. Fair use commentary. This is chopping it up using AI. Just to see, independently what, what it might be saying. I don't know. A person might say, oh, you're being biased. How? Go ahead and process it yourself. Take the list and process it and see what you come up with. All right, let me remove your comment, Baby Juju. Vicky Black, she arguing with herself. You can email me right now at unwinewithteddy@gmail.com. All right, so now let's put up the next set of comments. All right, so this next one, 22. I represent truth, which you are not. I represent truth, which you are not. Again, when this individual came into the chat on my IG, I didn't know them. I thought they were a troll. And yeah, I had no idea who this person might be. I represent truth, which you are not, okay? Analysis says tries to claim moral superiority. Hmm. So, what truth did she bring? Hmm. 23. My website is getting too many hires. My nephews who monitor it say chill. Meaning, from AI, brings in family again to support her perceived credibility or influence. And you see, it says again. So, in previous comment or statement, the family is introduced. Mhm. I'll go to your comment. Gia Papaya at the bottom says, well, you thought right, Teddy. They're a troll. So they were trolling. MJE says, hi, Teddy and fam. All right. 24. You have no clue what I've been trained in. You are weird. The analysis here says vague reference to expertise without evidence, uses insult to discredit you. Let's go back to that one. The insult, of course, you are weird. You have no clue what I've been trained in. And at that time, I had no clue who you were. I had no clue that someone would come into my uh, Instagram and confront me. Yeah, I had no clue what this was. Mhm. MJE says, can anyone catch me up? Is this really AI translating crazy statements? If so, that's pretty cool. It is. And last night was my first go at it as I organize this in a chart form. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. And I haven't seen anyone do it on this platform, not like this. So I thought, all right, let me at least process these 32 comments and see what comes out. So, yes. All right. The next one, 25 says, my power comes from God. My insight as a child came from God. You can't insult me or make me feel that I'm not. You humiliated yourself in that heavy asset bathrobe. Let's see what AI thought about that statement. My power comes from God. All right. Reinforces her spiritual claims while taking a personal jab at your appearance. Reinforces her spiritual claims while taking a personal jab at your appearance. You know, it's interesting. Hadn't Danielle Robertson made a, you know, false, fraudulent uh, police report or whatever kind of visit you want to call it, wellness, fraudulent wellness check, I wouldn't have been standing in my door, at my door with a bathrobe on over a large towel that I had on as well because I was getting into the shower. Hmm. Yeah, coming from the shower. So, and she actually said something about that. 26. Keep your mouth off my mother and family. Keep your mouth off my mother and family. You know, this is interesting. They challenged me. Like, who is this person? But let's see what AI thought about that one. Strong emotional reaction when family is mentioned. Strong emotional reaction when family is mentioned. Now, this is my opinion. Something, apparently, I said, or whatever she thought Danielle said, was provocative enough that she would come over and confront me. Is that family? You know, who does this? I mean, a strong emotional reaction when family is mentioned. Keep your mouth off my mother and family. Does anyone know her mother? I don't know her mother. Does anyone know her family? I don't know her family. I was on my live when I saw all of these comments back to back. So I decided, in hindsight, you know, could be, I responded to who I thought was a troll. Hmm. Yes. And if I could play my entire video and if I could give commentary on so you could hear it live without it being struck, and I played some of that just the other day, and she made a privacy complaint about it. Yes, and I responded. I'm waiting to hear back on 3, but I think, let's see, one of them, hang on, let me just throw this up real quick. This came earlier today. If I can make a copy of it. I don't know. Having some difficulty making a copy. I tell you what I'll do. I'll just bring my email over real. I know I have a screen up. And it's interesting because I could show part of my response to YouTube, but rather than that, let me just show you their response. Oh boy. I need to make a copy. Wait a minute. How do I do this without showing? All right, I'll do it like this. I hope it covers up. All right. So this is from YouTube. It says, "Hello. We have reviewed the complaint and have determined that the content is accepted from removal based on our privacy guidelines, which can be found, and there's the website. The content does not violate our policies and will remain on the site. We thank you for using YouTube. For more information, on and on and on." So she was trying to, she's tried 7 times in the last so many days. Strikes or strike and privacy complaints about this video that I'm giving now a different approach. Yes. Okay. Strong emotional reaction when family is mentioned. This next one, 27, says, "I don't give a damn about what you think about me. Just keep my family out of your mouth." Once more, let's see. Response from AI says, "Contradicts her active engagement in the argument by saying she doesn't care." Contradicts her active engagement in the argument by saying she doesn't care. Um, you know what? Just like others who say, "I don't watch that channel. I don't want to hear that." But as soon as my channel broadcasts ended, within 10 minutes, they were making privacy complaints. So they're watching, always watching, or someone's watching. Yeah, up all night, 2 a.m. I got a complaint. Yeah. "I don't give a damn about what you think about me," she says. "Just keep my family out of your mouth." Tell that. Tell that. Tell that to who you are defending. Hmm? Oh, but remember, they said, I represent truth right here, which you are not. But when I bring receipts that are clearly demonstrate untruths, she's not intuitive about that, allegedly. Instead, insults upon insults upon insults I've seen continuously. Mhm. Yes, it's very combative. I didn't do anything to this person. Oh, but I forgot. Um, maybe someone is family somehow. I don't know. I didn't say they were, but she certainly is behaving like it's really personal. Mhm. At least that's what AI seems to think. It's emotional, strong emotional reaction. Mhm. When family is mentioned. What is this, baby Juju? Self proclaimed. Yeah. I'm not knocking anyone's education at all, but no, I don't know you, your background, nor do you know my background. So, yeah. All right. Let's go to the remainder, the last five, I think it is. Remaining, I should say. Here we go. Starting at number 28. Reads, shame on you. Shame on you. According to AI, let's see if I can read across. Moral condemnation without explanation. Shame on you. You know, like I could say, shame on you for, here's the explanation, for supporting someone who would, in the dark of the night, pull out adult pictures and then crop someone's actual photograph and splice it in compromising positions, sexualize an individual, post them to their YouTube, quickly take them down, post them onto their website. Shame on you. Shame on you. All right, let's go to 29. She says, I don't play about my family. Here we are again about the family. I don't play about my family! Exclamation mark. Like I said, I will cuss your dusty asset out without blinking. Hmm. What is the meaning of that? Explicit aggression and threatening language. But again, she says without blinking. So, I guess she meant it. Explicit aggression and threatening language. Wow. Now, I mean, it must be so personal. Who is this person? See, you need to know the background, what was happening at that time. Mhm. Daniel Robertson had just posted a petition. Mhm. And by the way, this individual, because I was going through some of the clips, I haven't gone through this stuff, you know. And I noticed she made a comment on the, yeah, below the petition. And she talked about my medical license. Yeah, my profession. Yeah. So someone with her background, I guess maybe it would lend some type of, she thinks, credibility. Mhm. Yeah. Wow. Oh, I could say something, but I won't. Let's continue with this. Um, so, without blinking, again, explicit aggression and threatening language. I did um, sense the tone and things that were being said from someone that was my first, at least, interaction with someone that I don't know is saying such strong things. Mhm. Yeah. 30, she says, now I'm Danny, shaking my head. I think that it was in response to maybe someone posted, a comment. Hmm. Yeah, I didn't call her Danny. I didn't know who she was. Yeah, I thought she was a troll. The response analysis is implies frustration over being mistaken for someone else. All right, that's even. Implies frustration over being mistaken for someone else. I know when I was accused of being Tammy, the Machine Robertson, it was frustrating to me as well, especially that thousands of people were hearing this message and it went on and on and on and on. And it was the genesis of this whole, I don't even know what to call it anymore. It's so serious. But people believed it. So it's still frustrating that I've even seen, even a recent post. I even received an email from some anonymous person who says basically, just give it up. Just admit you're Tammy and move on. Um, I show receipts. They have none. I've already shown that argument. I already talked about maybe the possibilities of who it could be. Yeah, that created uh, beef. All right, number 31 and 32. 31 says, a hot mess. Actually, my niece made the comment because she monitors my page. Once you addressed her comment, I jumped on to respond. So her niece, this is the way I'm taking it. Oh, but before, let's see what that. Let's see what the meaning of that is before I get into it. Justifies her involvement by shifting responsibility to a family member. Justifies her involvement by shifting responsibility to a family member. So again, she jumps on, inserts herself, justifies it because, well, no, she shifted to a family member. Her responsibility. Mhm. Interesting, but let's go back. That's what AI thought about it. And finally, 32, a promise. It was all bold and in caps. Exclamation. What was the meaning of that? Implies a warning or threat. And you know what was impending? My channel was struck. Here we are, a year and a half later. Mhm. And because King World was talking about Nirvana, Danny Nirvana, mhm, and I look back at this particular video when this person came into my chat, and then on live, I did, like, who is this person? So I searched their name, and lo and behold, or, later, I would learn that she follows Danny Nirvana. All right. I didn't know that. I didn't know who she was. I wouldn't have known. And because right now I, referring to that, like, that was interesting. Almost 2 years ago. Hmm, a person can follow, but I was looking for links. Links. Yeah. And they wanted the video down and struck it just in the last 5 days. Okay. So where are we? It's 11:26. Yeah. Again, replay the video if you like. Go back to last night and see the AI analysis breaks down. We can go even deeper. As a matter of fact, let me just do this. There might be a little bit more in the overall analysis. Yes, AI says the language is aggressive, defensive, and dismissive. There are repeated attempts to portray you as dark or unstable. She positions herself as morally superior and divinely inspired. There are contradictions. She claims she doesn't care but continues to engage. She frequently brings up family as validation or support. Legal intimidation is used as a threat. Sarcasm and insults are dominant communication tactics. Mm. So let's just break down one or two more things with some examples specific. Aggression, remember that? Aggressive and personal attacks. Examples that AI gave, quoting, "You have serious issues. You are the one who is dark. You have darkness all around you. Get help. What a joke you are." All examples of personal attacks and aggressiveness. The analysis is these are direct personal attacks. Wait a minute. Meant to undermine your credibility and provoke an emotional reaction. The repeated mention of darkness could be manipulation tactic to create an image of you as a negative force rather than addressing any real issues. This type of language is often used in online arguments to gaslight and redirect attention away from the real discussion. You mean this intuitive? This person who uh, has tried to give even a recent, I saw something, psychoanalysis of me, or comments that would make you think she's attempting that? You mean she can gaslight? Okay. Two, claims of superiority, spiritual, intellectual, and moral. Examples. Some of us are truly inspired by God. You are inspired by messiness and lying on innocent people. Okay, that was one of the quotes. Who is she defending? That is messy, messy, messy all day long. Hmm. And lying on innocent people. Let me continue. Uh, AI says, as an example, I am an intuitive being who is capable of seeing what you can only imagine. I represent truth, which you are not. These are examples, again, of claims of superiority, spiritual, intellectual, and moral. The analysis is she repeatedly places herself on a moral or spiritual pedestal, claiming divine insight and intuition. This tactic is meant to invalidate your opinions by suggesting that her perspective is inherently superior. By framing herself as someone with special knowledge or divine connection, she dismisses any challenge to her views without engaging in meaningful dialogue. As I said, we can dive deeper. Hmm. That was the AI's analysis of her 32 statements. Mhm. Yeah. So now let me read some comments. I see Cups of Conversation has joined us, or it's Conversations. At the bottom says, and welcome to the chat. And let's do this for a moment. Says, she definitely the TT. That could be through blood or close relationships? Like you mean auntie or titi? Hmm. Some type of relationship, if not only like a close, maybe friendship. I don't know. But she's moved. And if you've seen some of her comments, these are just a handful of her comments directed at me. Some I had no idea. LaDonna says, AI confirmed she has an anger issue. Vicky Black says, yeah, she said a mouthful. In 32 comments, and then Danielle Robertson struck my channel. Then, mhm, I guess she could see. She was watching. What is she the one that Lenore's referring to as, created this? Remember her website? Is that the family who she's referring to that was watching? And then she hopped on? That's so interesting. Because her reaction is very strong, like it is family. Can't draw a conclusion, but the behavior, at least AI analyzing the analysis, family is really important because she got very emotional about it. Mhm. Not my words, AI. Comparative analysis. Yeah. This is so interesting. I thought I'd give it a try. Mhm. Let's see. Yes. And last night I ran, I think it was like 15 of her comments through AI. All right. So she gave 32 comments. They're in a chart like form, easy to see. Yeah. Projecting, rejecting. Intuitiveness need not to be news to anyone. You just know it within yourself. Then let the world judge it for themselves. Yeah, she wanted to let me know right out of the gate she had special powers. Intuitive. All right. That she knows things that really, it must be like special, right? I'm trying to find that one again. Mhm. Oh, it could have been from last night. Probably. All right. Let's throw this back up. Go ahead. You can hit the like. You're watching. Yeah. You got your eyes on me? I see the eye in the sky there. Huh. We have 45 watching. Go ahead. What else? Clock it, Joanne. Who says what? Let's see. That was LaDonna. Let me go up to the top. MJE says, wow, I live for this third party comprehensive analysis based on the English language. Do you speak more than English? There's probably quite a few people that have multiple languages in, or that can speak in the bushes, maybe, or even in the chat. Hagia says, all these bees thinking they're the godfather. Mm. Um, I could definitely say it's very condescending and like, yeah, like you don't know who I am. I am this and I can do that. Who are you? Let's just say this. Maybe I should. Who, who put up? Oh, it was King World. Put up the Divine Nine. He was talking about the sororities, I believe it was. That part I didn't even. I saw the photograph. I've got to. I think it's in part 3. The one that I made a copy of. In the Divine Nine? Yeah. So all these sororities, black, I should say, African American, black sororities. Yeah, because when they first began, they weren't called African American sororities. Some are very old. Hmm. Yeah, they come from their roots way back. They were probably called. Uh, let's see. Let's see which one is the oldest. Where is the AKA? Which black sorority? Soror is the oldest, and what was it? Oh, I shouldn't ask Google. I should ask AI. But let me just. I can just Google this. Oh, is it reference as historical legacy of the Divine Nine? Ooh. All right. Now we should, you know what? I should definitely make this a story, talk about this. Yeah. One, two, three. Black Greek letter organizations, the BGLOs, emerged during a period that is characterized as a low point in American race relations. But I want to know who is the oldest. Which one? Initiation, what, 1926? Let's see. Thurgood Marshall. Look at this. Wonder who is member. Let's see. Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity. That belongs in the collection of the Smithsonian National Museum of African American History and Culture. This is historical. Well, it is, um, but there's a lot of rich history when we look at the African American, Greek fraternities and sororities. But I tell you one that I don't like as part of the hazing. I and this happened recently, and you can tell I'm it bothers me. It's that let me see, let me bring it up. Was it the Q's? Are they the Omega Sci-Fi? Some of the hazing practices. People have lost their lives from this hazing. And I think the fraternity, at least for a period of time, was blocked. I'd have to pull the story. But this happened recently. Let's see. Make a sci-fi. 2 weeks ago, it was a top story. Hazing death prompts soul searching for divine nine. HBCU student. Let's see. And now I guess there's a strong reaction. 3 frat members arrested for criminal hazing that killed a Southern University student, Caleb Wilson. Yeah, sad. Hang on, it's spinning. I'm sure you can hear me, but the clock is spinning, so I'm just waiting to get back to the main screen. Okay, let's see. If it cuts off, I will. Oh boy, let's see. Hold on for a second. Hang on. Trying to connect. Let's find out if that was successful. By doing this. All right. Yes, you can hear me. Sorry about that. Thank you. Take your time. Yes. So, as I was trying to make a connection, who knows? Some people are, part of different sororities or fraternities, and even within, I'll just say, within, you know, our race, my race. Yeah, I let's just put it this way. I will I'll review some of these. I think it would be worth it, from a historical perspective, the good things that come out of them. Yeah. And some of the things that I think early on, um, some of the sororities looked down on others. Yeah, right. Or was that rumor? Is that where the movie, you remember the movie, Do the Right Thing, Spike Lee movie? Yeah, there was a lot of kind of emphasis put on certain things in that movie that we can all learn from. Yeah. That kind of propelled him into the spotlight a little bit. Yeah, his career took off. All right, it is 11:49. I have not checked my email, but again, um, I started off the program talking about a little bit about King World, and I wish I had made a copy of like his fourth video and his third video and more clips. Yeah. hmm I certainly think maybe the walls are closing in. hmm And that could mean, just more spotlight, more people are hearing about it, interested in learning, more and more. Who is the person behind the mask? Yeah. Who's wielding all of this? Um, well, a lot of people have given her power. Yeah. And like he said, there are a lot of people afraid of her. I've said that before I even heard him say it in the video. A lot of people, a lot of content creators are afraid of her. I think. hmm Yeah. Whoever this person is, no, really, when it's all said and done, and I think it can't last forever. Um, yeah. Yes, it's a false sense of security because she's can hide behind this avatar, and she can deny, D for denial. So she could be that person, she could be someone else. She's going to deny it until it is proven. You expect her? I don't expect her to say, yes, I'm this or that person. No, I don't at all. Let me just put something on the background here. Not music, but just what's on the screen. Elon Musk, what is this? Yeah, false sense of security. What else? Why does Jag keep calling her? What is that? Joshua? I don't know. I didn't know if that she called her that. Yeah. Joanne says, I would never follow a faceless leader. Only a fool would. Hmm. Let's see. King World already busted her because she got so mad that she struck one of his backup channels. World don't care about that because he'll just make another one easily. I don't know uh, what his, how many followers or how many videos. I do know it was a large because he mentioned it. He mentioned that his backup channel was doing really super well, you know? Yeah, almost, I guess, like his main channel. Just throw that out. Yeah. Cup says it's only two ways to leave this app, and that's a hero or a villain. And I think them hero days are up for the fakers. Yeah. MJ says, shout out to King World and the Beam team. Yeah. Yeah. For at least, having, I guess, the courage to um, look, look at things and try to make sense of this. Because, again, who is this Danny Robertson? Is this Danny Robertson? Is this, you know, this Montana? Could this be Nirvana? All these names after Danny. Mhm. Yeah. King World says, definitely he doesn't think it's Daniel Elizabeth. I haven't ruled that out either. I think I've got the right family. I think somewhere inside there you'll find her. Yeah. All right. Um, when I went down, I knocked off my video. Let me check my email. Find out what's going on. Let's get rid of that. Nope. What am I trying to do? That. Okay. Again, you can reach me at unwindwithteddy at gmail.com. I probably, sorry guys, I'm trying to get it to come up. Oh, okay. A late email. Thank you for sharing, stopping by and saying hello. Okay. Wait a minute. I wonder, as long as I keep that up, I don't need. Let's see. So that's it for me for tonight. I appreciate all of you who joined uh, the mob, my other bears. I call the grizzlies and the honey bears. On your way out, if you don't mind, hit the like and join me sometime tomorrow. I guess I can come back in the morning. Yes, Joanne, that DEA voice. I'm telling you, that voice, that voice. I can't. I can't rule it out. Now, I have listened to some videos of Danny Nirvana, or some clips. I think, I think whoever it is, Danielle Robertson on this platform, more and more, I believe she's using a voice box. Maybe everything is through a voice box. I don't know. We don't know, do we? Until this person is is seen, speaking or whatever, because she can change her voice. You've heard her call into, check on files and records. She just code switches in and out. Yeah. So I don't know. That squeaky, shaky voice that we're used to hearing. She said her voice doesn't sound like Daniel Elizabeth Allen because Daniel Elizabeth Allen is, she said, has a deeper voice. Well, she has a deeper voice when she calls into those, the court. Play it back. She there's just too much coincidence for me. There's someone in that family. How all these people are connected? Looking for links. hmm I can tell you again. Yeah, people have all the folks I've been talking about. They have, relatives, family in Louisiana. hmm All of them. Read between the lines. All of them. All right. There's also connections in Tennessee. In Tennessee. There's lots of folks that live in Tennessee. Now, whether or not uh, these families are related, I don't know. Tennessee. hmm And I'm not thinking or talking about who you might think would be the obvious. hmm Yes. These, there's family members in Texas. This is a big country, but maybe it's because, all these people are in the South. So maybe it's easy, go from Georgia to Florida to Georgia to Tennessee, go north or go west, you know, cross a few states, get over to Louisiana, the Gulf area. Yeah. Yeah. Midnight. Hmm. Joanne said she has never pulled up receipts on DEA or SoulCycle. That's what I've been trying to find out. I know on DEA she's, posted pictures. How did she get all of her, you know, social media pictures, private page? I mean, she can do this. Um, but yes, she has never, not on DEA. I didn't know if she hadn't tried to reach out to SoulCycle or not. Texas, yes, they do everything bigger in Texas. So Texas, Louisiana, Georgia, Tennessee. There's some common things, yeah, but it's a big state. Yeah, people move around. Mm. Oh, let's not forget California. Yes, so and uh, think of California, Florida, Tennessee, Georgia, Louisiana, Texas. Um, let's please not forget, you know, Indiana, um, and you know, think about the East Coast too. Yeah, but definitely think about those in the South. Mhm. A lot of, a lot of. Let's just say this. Um, some people think of themselves as Southern belles. Some people think of themselves as Southern belles. Yeah, Vicky. Cup says New York, New Jersey. Ties to New York, New Jersey. Yes, let's not forget Virginia, mm, North and South Carolina. Yes, it's a big family. This is a big family. Joanne says she'll pull up receipts on everyone else, but not DEA or Soul Cycle. Cup says very big, very big. With a lot of connections to, I think, the entertainment industry as well. Mhm. Media and entertainment. Yes. And maybe this is why, um, because let's just say certain people think of themselves as, coming from an influential family, history, ties. Now, if you don't live in the South, if you don't live around these families, I'm not going to think about them. But maybe people who live in that region, they've gotten such a name for themselves. They are some of them, the it. And perhaps because of that, they might think of themselves as higher. Yeah. Than others. You know how some people act. What do they call them? Remember? They don't call this might date me. I am the age that I am. I'm 66. I'll be 67. Mhm. Yes, I'm 2 years older than someone. Just two. And they say that I'm old. So think about that. Influential in my toilet. Joanne says, small town. Okay. Small town heroes. Cub says, she's scared of you, Joanne. You're shaking her up. Cubs. She blocked me. Okay. Okay. With a lot of connections. No, seriously. Seriously. Mhm. If someone who knows and has influence and they think and have seen the results of their influence, then they are going to behave a certain way and treat people a certain way. Some people, not all. Yeah. I was going to say, uh, what do they call them? Uh, the bougie. Let's see. Gosh, I can't think. What were they called? African Americans who were bougie. Now, there was a term. What was it called? I can't even think. It's been so long ago. Um, I think it was just like it was in and then it was out. That's why I can't think of. Let's see, what was it called? What were they called? Anyway, also don't forget about African Americans who consider themselves the socialites. Yeah. Yes. They have their own groups. hmm And they might look down on others that they consider, maybe they don't, they consider themselves a little bit better in their own race than the other ones. Yeah. The elitists, African Americans. There are a few of them out there. Yeah. They're not talked about often enough, but they exist. They do. hmm Remember, there were field Negroes, we will say, and then there were house Negroes. Look it up. hmm And just look up the history. I went over some of the history of the Simeon family and their, you know, lineage, their slaves from, you know, from wealth and that. Yeah. hmm Maybe that's where they got their a little bit, some of it, the uppiness from. Yeah. Just saying. As they were set free a little earlier with maybe some land and things. hmm Go look it up. Oh yes, there were this married into one of the slaves. Yeah, who was yeah. But a lot of that was common, not the marriages, but the yeah. We all know the history. Some of it, anyway. Yes, they got their 40 acres and a mule. So they were different kind of blacks. And we can say that because we are black. I am black. Yes, there were a few that were fortunate enough to. They considered themselves fortunate because some of them owned slaves. Yes. Y'all didn't know that. After they were free. Yeah, maybe they. These are the stories that people don't want to talk about. Yeah. The ones who didn't want to march or help because they didn't have the same problems as us Negroes. The Creoles, you know, definitely worth looking at the Creoles, the French. Yeah. Some of this I really didn't know that much about, in depth, but now that I've been looking into it, it's rather fascinating. And it helps to clarify understanding why people think the way that they do. I'm talking about black folk that think they're better than others in the South. Y'all know it's true. What is it? Joanne says she wanted to dox me, but if she ever does, she'll on her pants. Okay. Oh, I'm sure she's trying to zoom in on you. There's something. I said she can dox a pink circle, Joanne. You're a green circle. No, really. She can dox literally anyone if she puts her computer mind to it, along with her resources that I think she has access to that others just typically do not. Yeah, she has a back door into something more. Okay. All right. That's it. That's it for me. Yeah. I keep saying that, and the time is ticking even further. All right. Anything else before I say goodnight? Cup says, this is what I was trying to say, but my passion and emotion got the best of me. But it's so important to tell because it's still happening right in front of our eyes. Facts. Yeah. It's always good to look into history. We can all learn more and more from it, right? Things we didn't know. No one knows all of it. No. All right. Biggest bear hugs go out to all the grizzlies and the honey bears. I've said it already. Hit the like on your way out and join me sometime tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Teddy. Good night.
Oh, she's fine, unapologetic and wild. Oh, she's loud and tight, fits just right. She's so fierce with her style. She talks that talk and walks that walk in her high heels with pride. 손가락질 받는 게 익숙한 girl, 예쁜 여자, 쉬운 여자. Get to know her right, 깜짝 놀랄 걸. Yeah. Samantha, Samantha, 그녀가 정말 원하는 건 Samantha, Samantha, just to be loved, 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 that is all, is all. 사실은 다시 다칠까봐 두려워. 사랑한다고 말하긴 좀 어려워. Samantha, Samantha, she's got a sweet, sweet heart after all. She's got a sweet, sweet heart after all. 급사랑에 푹 빠져버린 것 같아. Blue eyes, yeah. Hang on, honey, there's more. I love you, but I love me more. Oh, that's what she said once. So she's ruthless, 걔는 어디로 튈지 몰라. 사람들은 그녀가 모습만 봐, and that's fine. She doesn't mind. Get to know her, babe, then you can can't help it but fall in love. The moment she makes you can't help it but fall in love. The moment she makes you can't help it but fall in love. The moment she makes you can't help it but fall in love. The moment she makes you shine. Samantha, Samantha, 내가 정말 원하는 건 Samantha, Samantha, just to be loved, 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 that is all, is all. 사실은 다시 다칠까봐 두려워. 사랑한다고 말하긴 참 어려워. Samantha, Samantha, she's got a sweet, sweet heart after all. Can't help it but fall in love. Can't help it but fall in love. Can't help it but fall in love. 눈물마저 사랑스러워. 사실은 다시 다칠까봐 두려워. 사랑이라면 다친데도 괜찮아. Samantha, Samantha, she's got a sweet, sweet heart after all. She's got a sweet, sweet heart after all.